Shalom everyone, it's called Torah. It's Parashat Yitro that we will speak about, and we will read it this Shabbat. In this Parsha we have so many events, so many exciting events, that obviously the ultimate event is the giving of the Torah on Mount Sinai with the 10 Commandments as we translate them into English, even though it's really Aseret HaDibrot, the 10 sayings. But really today I would not talk about the 10 Commandments, but rather I will speak about the beginning of the Parsha, which I think contains a tremendous lesson for us. The Parsha begins with Vayishma Yitro, and Yitro, Jethro, Moshe's father-in-law, heard, and it caused him to go into the desert and to see Moshe, and later on even to give an advice to Moshe of how to deal with the Jewish people in terms of their judicial system. But I would like to pause for a second and ask a very simple question. What does it mean? What is the message or the meaning of the word Vayishma Yitro and Jethro listened or heard? So Rashi, one of the most famous commentators on Chumash, on the Torah, said, in the name of the Midrash, that Yitro heard about the splitting of the sea and the war against Amalek, and he decided, you know what, I am going to leave my place and I'm going to try to attach myself to Moshe and to his nation and to his God. Let's stop here for a second. Many people heard about, especially the splitting of the sea. We know that 40 years later, when Joshua sent the spies to the land of Israel and they talked to Rachav, she said to them, we all heard about the splitting of the sea and our hearts melted. We were terrified from you and we are still terrified 40 years later, which means that the splitting of the sea was a known event, a known miracle. Everyone knew about it. Everyone talked about it. People got scared from those Jewish people. But now let's ask one simple question. How many of them changed their mind and decided to join the Jewish people? How many of them changed their life as a result of what they heard? And the answer is, maybe one, Yitro. Perhaps that's the message that the Torah wants to send us. How many times do we hear things, and for the moment we listen to them or we hear them, we are moved, and we come up with all those decisions and feelings and emotions, and then 2 minutes later, they fade away. They go out of the window. We don't have the ability to take what we hear, to internalize, to pause, to evaluate, and then to make decisions that will really be meaningful and perhaps change our lives. Yitro, that according to our tradition had a great position where he was, left everything and didn't go to the Silicon Valley. He went to the desert to attach himself as a foreigner, as a stranger to the Jewish people who he didn't know. He went and was able to change his life because of what he heard. He didn't just say, oh, I hear that. He really listened. He paid attention. And the interesting part is perhaps that one of the most famous statements of the Jewish people of Na'aseh v'nishma, we will do and we will hear, perhaps to correlate to the beginning of our Parsha, of Vayishma Yitro. Yitro heard and changed his mind and changed his lifestyle and changed his mindset and perspective in life, and the Jewish people did the same. At least that's what they tried to commit themselves. That God, whatever we will hear from you, we will also listen. We will internalize it and will direct our lives based on what we're going to listen. You know, in our world, especially today, we listen, we hear so many things, so many opinions, so many things on the internet and on the media. And I would suggest that we probably need to stop and think, listen carefully to what is around us, and make smart decisions. Decisions that will be meaningful to our own lives, to the lives of our families, and to make decisions that will make ourselves and our world a better place. Thank you.